for you.
Thanks for joining us at 7. I'm Rafael Sanchez. Tonight, scammers posing as cable companies. One woman wants to warn you about her situation. Here's RTV6's Stephanie Wade.
A woman says she got a call from someone claiming to be AT&T, promising her a better deal on her cable bills. And she says they were pretty convincing.
I thought, boy, that'd be a savings for us.
$60 a month for 2 years. A pretty good deal, Beverly Rogers thought, for what she's paying now, but almost too good to be true. She says things got suspicious when the caller claiming to be AT&T told her they were partnering with eBay for this new offer, and she'd have to pay her bill using eBay gift cards. Tim Maniscalco with the Better Business Bureau says requesting any form of unusual payment like a gift card is the #1 red flag. It's a scam. No legitimate company will do that. He says these overseas scamming operations continue to grow and target people here in the U.S., and there's little way to find them and stop them.
They exist outside the country. They are very difficult to track. They are stealthy on the internet. If their website would get found out, they would just close that down and start a new website up. And they exist in countries where the law enforcement agencies really are not interested in catching them because it's income into those countries.
Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
We also have more information from the Attorney General's office on popular scams on our website at theindychannel.com. We first told you about this last night, but tonight we're getting reaction to IPS's pilot program urging more high school students to ride Indigo buses to class when classes resume in August. The students would get free fare cards and unlimited access during the school year. Here's one family from Shortridge High School reacting to the plan.
A lot of times, a lot of my friends miss the bus and then they have to miss the entire day at school because their parents can't drive them or for any other reason. And with the city bus, it gives them a lot more flexibility. And honestly, I think it built a lot more independence, building the skill of getting from place to place on their own.
She has 2 older brothers who are graduates of Shortridge, and this wasn't an option for them as they were coming up. So to me, it's a movement in a really good direction. It's been a little crazy to go around Shortridge as the red line gets ready, so I'll be really interested to see how that all streamlines once the construction is done.
Yeah, while some parents have voiced concerns about security and safety, most people we talked with today say the idea is at least worth testing. Nearly 24 people are facing criminal charges across Indiana. The FBI says it is all part of their Safe Streets operation. Early this morning, the FBI conducted raids in several communities, including this home on Hope Springs Court on the northwest side of Indianapolis. That's close to 71st Street and Michigan. Arrested at that home was a 25-year-old man charged with distributing cocaine. Several other arrests happened in Fort Wayne this morning in Allen County. The FBI says the searches came after an investigation that lasted more than a year. Just a short time ago, city leaders turned out to talk about opportunities and challenges when it comes to public safety in the Circle City. City officials joined Metro Police and community members on a public safety walk you see right there near Dewberry Park near 38th and Post. The city says the chance for conversation helps strengthen the bonds between neighborhoods and their beat officers. And this year there's a new element in the mix.
IMPD does a fantastic job. This year in particular, though, we're adding an important element to keeping teens out of trouble. Started as summer Saturdays, and now it's going to become summer season. IMPD particularly, but many of our community partners are focusing on giving our young people throughout the community, not just here on the east side, but throughout the community, positive alternatives to bad choices.
These public safety walks happen every month in neighborhoods around the city, and today's event was held under great weather. Kyle?
Yeah, and last week we turned the corner here, made it into summer, and now it's starting to feel a little more like it out there this afternoon. Some locations even making it to 90 or still sitting at 90 degrees in Muncie. It's 85 in downtown, and notice that humidity a little bit too. It is dialing up that heat index. Feels like 92 with a temperature of 87 in Bloomington. Most of us are dry. Really, a lot of the activity with thunder thunderstorms has been around White County and the Indiana Beach area here with some heavy downpours. At this point, could have some wind gusts around 40 miles per hour, but realize the heavy rain and the lightning threat with that one. We've got some more thunderstorms down into central portions of Illinois. We'll be watching those, but indications are those should continue to weaken here as we go through the next couple of hours, but still could see a couple of them sneak into western portions of central Indiana. So we'll monitor that situation for you. Overnight, temperatures only dipping down into the upper 60s with partly cloudy skies. We'll talk about the rising temperatures in just a few minutes.
And now at 7, an update to a Call 6 Investigate story that we've been tracking now for a year. Some Art Institute of Indianapolis students say they're still missing their diplomas 6 months after graduation. Call 6 Investigates has been digging into problems with the school, which closed its doors for good in December. Several graduates tell RTV6 that they have not received their diplomas despite graduating in December. We did some checking and found that the Art Institute says diplomas are being printed and mailed, and all students will receive their diplomas, they tell us, by July the 17th. The college was located at the Pyramids near 86th Street and Michigan Road and offered degrees in culinary arts, graphic design, fashion, and many other programs. The first Democratic presidential debate is tonight in Miami as we continue our coverage of Democracy 2020. There are so many candidates, the debate had to be split up into 2 nights, 10 tonight, 10 tomorrow on the same stage. And tonight they each get 60 seconds to answer questions and 30 seconds for follow-ups. The Scripps reporter Matt Chesney is in Miami.
This is the scene outside the Night Concert Hall in Miami, the site of the debate tonight. Miami police have secured this area, putting up fences, moving a lot of people off the streets. Some Democratic supporters are here, some Trump supporters also here. Of course, this is 2 nights of debates here in Miami with 10 candidates each night on the stage, and among them a significant number of women. Tonight, it will be Elizabeth Warren, Amy Klobuchar, and Tulsi Gabbard.
I think it's an exciting time. Why wouldn't you want to be here, right?
As a Democratic supporter, Cassandra Arnold is especially glad to see women playing a prominent role in the debates, especially with 6 women in the running on stage.
And I think seeing that from a visual standpoint, specifically as a woman myself, it speaks to where we're taking the party, where the party has been, but where we're going to take it in the next couple of years, especially when you look at the candidates. How many women are running this year?
Many of the women we spoke with holding tickets to tonight's debate say they believe the diversity of those Democrats running is historic.
I'm a person with a disability. I'm a second-generation American, and so I want to hear conversations about disability justice. I want to hear conversations about women's rights. I want to hear conversations about the ERA. I want to hear conversations about health care. I don't think that Americans are one-issue voters anymore, and I think that we need to be talking about things.
We talk about the Democratic Party as a party of the big tent, and it's great to see leadership that is reflective of that diversity.
It will be a very crowded field on the stage tonight. Many will struggle to get their voices to be heard, and some here tonight are hoping the women on stage will stand out among the candidates. In Miami, I'm Matt Chesney. Back to you.
In more local news, a major announcement today from Indiana Black Expo. Hit-making R&B music producer Teddy Riley will teach a master class to students at the IBE Performing Arts Academy next month. Riley will already be in town to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award and headline an outdoor concert during summer celebration. Riley's class will take place July the 18th at Expo's new headquarters on Shortridge Road. ABC Shark Tank coming to Indianapolis. Are you ready? You can pitch your idea to the producers at an open casting call on Tuesday, July the 16th at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Doors open at 6 a.m. The interviews begin at 10. For more information, go to theindychannel.com. Next on the news at 7, a serious health concern, how common infections can contribute to this situation and what more families wish they knew. But first, let's check in the forecast with Kyle.
And Raphael, I'm seeing some pool days in the forecast here to cool off and beat some of that humidity that's going to continue to climb over the next couple of days. We'll talk about that and those chances for rain lingering into the forecast. You're watching RTV6 News at 7.
RTV6 is working for you.
This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Sepsis is a deadly complication that kills thousands of Americans every year, but few people know exactly what it is. Sepsis is a toxic response to infections, and doctors say it can happen to anyone. Lisa Bartlett's husband died from sepsis in 2012, almost 24 hours after going to the hospital with a high fever. He was told he had the flu, but by the next morning, the infection spread and he went into septic shock. Bartlett says she wished she knew more about sepsis.
People matter so much more to you, that little things like, am I going to be able to pay that bill, or, you know, am I going to be able to go to that concert? Those things are just not important anymore. It's the people in your life, because he was just ripped from me so suddenly.
A family heartbreak there. Doctors say any type of infection can cause sepsis. The most common are pneumonia, urinary tract infections, and infections in your stomach. There will be a 5K run Saturday at Garfield Park in honor of Jeff Bartlett and to raise awareness about sepsis. The National Security Agency now accused of illegally collecting phone records once again. The American Civil Liberties Union obtained new documents showing that the NSA improperly collected phone calls and text messages last October. The NSA documents say the agency stopped the overcollection once it knew about it and then purged the files. This will bring up privacy concerns once again. Edward Snowden, as you may recall, first revealed NSA collection practices back in 2013. Three major forecasting groups say that 5G could put millions of lives at risk. They just sent the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, a letter saying that the fast cell phone technology could hurt weather satellites. They say this could mean delays in reporting severe weather conditions like tornadoes and hurricanes. The group wants the government to delay a radio spectrum auction that would make 5G possible. The weather community has warned about 5G interference before, but they haven't written the FCC until now. So get ready to treat yourself. Are you ready for all of that? The Indiana State Fair is out with some of the new food you'll be able to enjoy when the fair arrives in August. So check this out. We have the Indiana pork barbecue split. It is served just like a banana split, prepared in a boat with 3 delicious scoops of pulled pork, macaroni and cheese, and coleslaw, complete with a pickle on the side. Now this is the bacon poutine. French fries cooked in duck fat, sprinkled with a little bacon, of course, garnished with cheddar cheese, curds, and a special poutine sauce. Or there's the Rollin' McDaddy egg roll. Cheesy mac and cheese with pulled barbecue turkey on top. All of this food, I'm told, fat-free, low-cal, all good to eat.
Somebody's
under some
not
great weather.
Truthful, right?
But where is my good old just Oreo dipped in chocolate? That's all I need, you know, something.
And I think at 5 o'clock we talked about the dessert, the deep fried ice cream sandwich or something, like the cookie ice cream sandwich. I got a big sweet tooth, so I go right for that stuff. All right, well, it's kind of feeling a little fall-like or fair weather-like out there,
fair
right?
enough.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about those temperatures. You're at 90 in Muncie right now. It's 86 in Zionsville, and Bloomington at 87, looking beautiful over downtown Indianapolis. But yeah, we've got a little bit of rain to contend with here. Some downpours across White County. You can see quite a bit of lightning with these as well. So lightning, some heavy rainfall, that's going to be the main issue as this continues to zip along to the east here. And watch out for some areas of isolated flooding issues, as those are only moving around 15 to 20 miles per hour. TrueCast by 8 o'clock this evening. That complex of thunderstorms back into Illinois, trying to make some progress into central Indiana. So we'll watch that for you tonight. But again, it's just a marginal or isolated threat that any of those storms that sneak across the border into western Indiana could produce some gusty winds and possibly some small hail with a few of those. Let's get you into your Thursday forecast here, and you notice that we kind of take out the rain chances, or at least we're talking about 20% or less tomorrow. So partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies. It will be another toasty day with those temperatures making their way into the middle and upper 80s. So yeah, it's really starting to feel like summer now across central Indiana, and we're kind of locking into this weather pattern. This is TrueCast tomorrow morning. You see some of the clouds around, and there's just that isolated shower or thunderstorm. So really you could look at it as an 80% chance that you're going to be staying dry tomorrow as we head through the afternoon and into tomorrow night. So high temperatures, yeah, they're going to continue to warm up. up a little bit here. 88 in Indianapolis. That's where we topped out today. 89 for you in Lafayette and 87 in Peru. The heat's going to continue to build even as we go ahead to the upcoming weekend because of this area of high pressure. Not really going to go anywhere. Continue to bring in that warmer air from the south, and that's also going to bring in a little more humidity. So those heat index values, as we go especially into the weekend, we're talking about those getting into the middle 90s, and that afternoon high temperature going to be hovering right around the 90-degree mark too, with that isolated rain chance through the weekend. Monday should be dry for us. Once again, high around 90, and as we get into the middle of next week, that's when rain chances, we bump them up a little bit ahead of the July 4th holiday, and highs in the mid-80s.
A boot of the rain, but we'll take it. I'm just going to say, boot of the rain. All right, I'm going to move on. Okay. Coming up, the job connection, how one guy applying for one job landed in a place he knew nothing about. We'll explain how hiring Hoosiers paid off for him. Plus, a new partnership between two groups with deep roots in the community. Why information about companies and hiring groups training are a top priority. Your Hiring Hoosiers report is next, only right here on RTV6.
Let's try it. Fast foodies know the deal.
Hiring Hoosiers, our initiative here at RTV6, focused on jobs, getting you to the jobs that you need. Over the past 6 months, we've seen success as we've connected people with new training and potential employers. The success has come in all job fields, from HVAC to logistics to engineering. Tonight, how one story from back in February helped one man land a dream job.
This place is about innovation. Innovation is another one of my passions.
Danny Marshall is working on developing the next generation of battery power.
Come on.
It's intense work. It requires an inquisitive mind, and patience is a must.
We test batteries, solar cells, IoT devices, just whatever we get. So I had to have a lot of knowledge to know how to interface with those products and test them.
Danny works at the Battery Innovation Center, also known as the BIC. What happens here helps determine how numerous products, from an iPad to maybe your vehicle, is powered. Danny is a U.S. Air Force veteran. He was working in Tennessee when he applied for a job in Indianapolis, and his interviewer remembered our Hiring Hoosier story from February.
We need a new workforce from hourly all the way through to engineers and advanced scientists. With the help of RTV6, we had a local person that saw that, gave us a call and said, hey, I just actually talked to a candidate a few weeks ago that might be of interest to you guys, and they gave us a call back. We got a hold of Danny by phone, brought him up here 1 week, and we're pretty much blown away.
Ben Reitzman says there's a great demand for people in this field.
We're looking for people with that drive.
I didn't even apply to this job. I was referred because of Hiring Hoosiers, so I thought that was really, really cool.
Best of luck to Danny and the entire team there at the BIC. The Battery Innovation Center works with a number of companies, including Cummins, Facebook, Amazon, Stanley Black & Decker, and Valvoline. If you're interested in learning more about the training and the jobs, head to our website, hiringhoosiers.com. A new partnership is behind a new way to get news and information, and it all begins tomorrow morning. It's also a great way to share more details about Hiring Hoosiers.
You're giving people and showing people not just jobs, you're showing them careers.
This project in my 21 years is really one that I will always be proud of because it's about people and connecting those people to jobs. Our partnership with Radio 1 officially begins in the morning during Good Morning Indiana at 6:25. RTV6 will kick off news and weather reports on the Tom Joyner Show, which airs on WTLC 106.7. Again, those news updates will run from 6:25 in the morning all the way through 8:25 Monday through Friday.
I love the way you give opportunities to people. Doesn't matter if you have a college degree. Doesn't matter if you went to some school. Doesn't matter if you have a high school degree. You're offering opportunities to people that are careers for their family, for lifetimes. And I'm very excited for our audiences to become part of that.
And we're looking forward to our partnership. WTLC in particular is celebrating more than 50 years of serving Indianapolis listeners. And Radio 1 stations will be joining us for the Shark Tank casting call on on July the 16th, as you know, at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We look forward to seeing you there at IMS. Attention all veterans out there looking for work. Businesses are hiring Hoosiers with your specific qualifications. Details on a job fair happening tomorrow when the news at 7 continues right here on RTV6.
Order at jimmyjohns.com because sandwich.
Happening tomorrow, a huge job fair for Hoosier veterans. And thank you for your service. It's at Lucas Oil Stadium from 11 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. Many companies from different industries will be there looking to interview you and potentially make hires. To register for the job fair and learn more about what you can expect, we have a link on hiringhoosiers.com.
Most of us dry this evening, but we do have some storms moving through White County there along and south of Highway 24. Could have some large hail on that one.
Thanks for making RTV6 your choice for news. Our next newscast tonight at 11 with Mark Mullins and Kevin Gregory. Have a good evening. Thank you for joining us. Good night.